Hey, I've been stuck in my own apartment for 6 days straight again. What's up? It's the Culture Detective here, investigating your favorite albums, and today I'm going to do a double album review. Two albums that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, for about a month or so, but I had never really gotten the time to. But now I have the time, so let's talk about Pink Siifu's Gumbo and K.R.I.T's latest mixtape, A Style Not Quite Free. And yeah, both of these albums are released over a month ago, and yes, I've been trying to review them, but I also had a lot of other reviews going on, so it's pushed all the way till today. So starting off, let's talk about the latest Pink Siifu album, Gumbo. Pink Siifu is a rapper, and he has dabbled into southern hip hop and cloud rap. And one thing that stands out for this album from its contemporary rap albums is that Pink Siifu delivers his vocals in this very smoky, weed tinged delivery, which kind of throws me off at times. It sounds like the untitled, unmastered, relaxed version of Kendrick Lamar, where Pink Siifu's like, and yes, at first I didn't like this style of rapping and singing, but after a while I kind of got used to it and I managed to enjoy quite a bit out of this album. So, yeah, I don't think this album is a great one. I think there are a lot of tracks that didn't necessarily hook me. Maybe it's because the beats are a little bit too abstract, the song structures are a little bit too scant, but I think more so it fuses elements of very mainstream trap rap with these little abstract modifications in a way that didn't make it that interesting or anything. But I think the album starts off kind of mediocre with the album opener, Gumbo for the Folks, Hold On, with its wobbly bass, the sleepy vocals, and slow beat, which I think is fine, but it just didn't hook me or anything. The track Wayans Brothers is a rough, aggressive track with very impressive rapid flows with a noisy trap beat in the back, which sounds fine, but again, nothing that pops out. The rest of the album has a lot of highlights though. Roscoe is another lo-fi and abrasive track, but this time there's something infectious and slightly sweet and supple about the instrumental, which is a little bit appealing. The track Fuck You Mean / Hold Me Down starts off like an Outcast worship, but then later transitions into a thankful gospel rap track. Then we have the track Skirt, which is a 6.5 minute long dreamy jazz cut with reverby guitars and keyboards. It has very impressive instrumentals and performances, and that is followed by the track Smile, which is a soul song with whispery vocals, and I really love the sweet, dreamier parts of this album. They always hook me in way more. The track Back is another trap rap track, except I kind of like the wavy beat of this track, and the noisy quality of the beat is always what makes it stand out slightly more. Bussin' Cold is another trap rap track that I didn't really care for, and Call the Bro has a really nice jazzy instrumental with very smooth, buttery saxophones and a very great and solid feature on the track as well. The track Living Proof has a really beautiful and surreal beat, and it is made by The Alchemist. Of course, he never ceases to amaze me, but I also really like the oh my god, I just can't speak today. I don't know why. I just can't freaking speak. I really love the deserted guitars, the dreamy, warped strings on this track. I've said a lot of these sentences many times already, and I keep messing up. But yeah, that is immediately followed by Bravo, which is a low-key, mellow trap track. And it has these cowbell sounds and auto-tune vocals, and I just thought it's a little stiff, a little rigid. Voicemails Uptown has a low-key, scratchy, abstract beat, while Big Ol has this really strange ringing tone, which I actually kind of like. There's something about it that just kind of reminds me of like an outro to to a early 2000s Radiohead track that's just kind of scratchy and ringy, and it's really weird. And that's the whole song. It's incorporated into the beat. Then we have the track Long Hair Don't Care with the bubbly noises, the buzzing trap noise, and breathy production. And finally, the album ends off with Play On, Inshallah, which I think is a pretty sweet ending to the album. I also like the title of the track. It's a pretty awesome ending track title, in my opinion. So, yeah, Pink Siifu's Gumbo, I didn't enjoy it as much as some other albums this year, but I'd say that it's pretty good still. I'm feeling a strong 7 on this thing. Yeah. The second track I'm going to be reviewing, the second album that I'm going to be reviewing today is the latest K.R.I.T mixtape, A Style Not Quite Free. So, K.R.I.T is another rapper, songwriter, and in 2017 he released the amazing double album Forever Is a Mighty Long Time, which I really enjoyed and is one of my favorite rap albums of the decade. And now he's back with a mixtape that's about half an hour long, nothing all that crazy or extravagant or anything. And yeah, as expected, this mixtape isn't much. It really isn't much. Most of the tracks on this album is just a pretty simple beat, maybe a crispy drum beat, maybe a trap beat, just a regular beat, some instrumentals, and K.R.I.T just going hard on them, rapping with a very solid delivery, very solid flow, and okay lyrics. And overall, I'd say K.R.I.T's flows and deliveries have always been really solid and consistent. The instrumentals, though, not all of them on this album wow me or anything, but there are definitely highlights. The album starts off with Ego, or the mixtape starts off with Ego, which is a track where the moment the beat picks up, it just ends. And then I realized that, wait, hold on. The track is only 1 minute and 10 seconds long. The beat just pick up, and then it just ends. But there are definitely still highlights on the album that I'd like to mention. The track Tax Free has these grand swirly strings and crispy drums, one of the instrumental highlights of the album. The track At the Kappa has a quick snappy beat and some simple keyboards, and while I usually don't enjoy tracks with such simplistic instrumental, I think K.R.I.T's very aggressive flow just matches it really well. I really like the track Subway with its beautiful horns and soft guitars and introspective lyrics about growing up, caring about your family, owning up to responsibilities, your classic K.R.I.T. Afterwards, it is immediately followed by Chance, which is a trap track with eerie keyboards, which is quite disappointing as a follow-up to Subway. Plus, for some reason, I think the vocals are mixed a little bit low on this track compared to the rest of the album. Like, it's a little more quiet and muffled. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, the album ends off with All Candy, which is a really sweet ending to the album. It is upbeat, it has these very hooky vocal layers, it is breathy, airy, and sweet, it has nostalgic keyboards, and yeah, the vocals has this very strange auto-tune quality to them. Like, there's a slight auto-tune to them, which does throw me off a little bit, but I think overall this ending to the mixtape is quite nice. And yeah, that being said though, the rest of the album is just okay. Nothing all that crazy. So I guess yeah, I guess I'm just feeling a strong 6 on this thing. Super duper strong 6. Very strong 6. And yeah, my favorite track here is All Candy, and my least favorite is I didn't really think any. I don't know. Who cares? So, have you listened to these two albums from 1 to 10? Would you rate them, like them, and subscribe if you want more? Thanks for watching. Yeah, so I will be reviewing the new Low album, the new Lil Nas X, and then K.R.I.T will be releasing an album soon. I think Poppy is releasing an album.